Okay, here we are. We've got the brisket that you didn't see me wrap it up, but what I did is I took the internal temperature of the flat, this section here. Remember, this was the flat. You can see that's where we notched it earlier, so we knew which direction to slice it. When the internal temperature of the flat, and I took it right in the middle, got to about 165 degrees Fahrenheit, then we wrapped it in foil, stuck it back in the smoker, and left it there until the internal temperature got to be 193. At 193, I took it out of the smoker, opened up the top of it, and then stuck it back in so that the crust or the bark on here could firm up, because after being wrapped up, it's keeping all that moisture in, and the bark got to be very, very soft and tender. So as you can see now, it's just not, that bark is not giving at all. It's not moving around, it's not sloshy. So I left it in there for about 15 more minutes, and that firmed up the bark, and then I took it out. Now, as I turn this around, you kind of see this line right through here. That is the fat line that separates the point down here from the flat right up here on top. So what we're going to do to slice this is we don't want to slice it while these two muscles are connected, simply because the grains run in different directions for both of those muscles. This is the point. We're going to put that over here. And this is the flat. Now if we turn that over, you can see it's nice and lean. There's just a little bit of fat in here. That's okay. That's not too awfully deep. And let's turn this over and start slicing it up, see what we think. Now we do know already that we're going to be slicing against the grain because this was our notch right here. Okay, we're going to slice this at about pencil thickness. Now this brisket, even after I took it out at 193, I kept it wrapped in foil. I wrapped it back up and I just let it rest for a little while. That way all the juices get redistributed. Oh goodness, boy, you can really see up close anyhow. You can see that. I don't know if you can see it on that camera, but look at those juices just coming out of there. Nice and tender and moist. Now in competition we would take this about pencil thin, and one of the things that we look for is we want to make sure that it's not just falling apart. There's a little bit of fat there on the bottom. But when we pull at it, we want it to have just a little bit of give before it breaks apart. So that has real nice give to it. And that one's just a little bit thicker than what I would normally cut for competition. But very generally speaking, that is good texture, good consistency to it. Just slice these up and enjoy. Now this does not have any sauce on it whatsoever. It is all just the juices of the meat and the dry rub as well. Now if you wanted to, you could take this. I'll put some sauce back here. Oh, about half of it. And that way you get just a taste of the sauce. I don't want it too thick on there because when, I don't know about you, but when I'm eating beef brisket, I want to taste the brisket. I don't want to be overpowered with the sauce. I like that nice beefy flavor. So that's our beef brisket, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've picked up a couple of tips. Thank you so much for checking out this section of Rhino's Road Trip, where we took on the sometimes challenging beef brisket. Hope I've answered a lot of the questions that you folks have had that have been writing in to me through banditbbq.com, my website. If not, send them along. If you have other suggestions or questions or ideas, I'll be happy to take those anytime as well. You can write to me at my personal email address. That's Rhino, R-H-I-N-O, at banditbbq.com, banditbbq.com. Thank you so much. This is just one of a three-part series where I stayed here at home in Salem, Illinois and took on the elusive barbecue brisket in this segment. We also took on pork butts. We did 4 of them, and from start to finish, as well as competition styled as far as technique goes in pork ribs. We tackled the spare ribs. So check those out. Leave your comments, leave your suggestions, click subscribe, and I'll be happy to stay in touch with you. Thanks a lot for checking out Rhino's Road Trip, the Salem edition. Hope to see you next time.